doing coming down here was just to say thank you to you guys for the work that you're doing. This is the reason why we are going to win.
Yes.
Here's an interesting fact for you. If John McCain does not win Florida, he cannot become the president. In this state and in this room to make sure that Barack wins. If you guys can get this word out and turn this vote out, get the early vote out and get the vote out on November 4th, we will guarantee that it is President Obama who is being sworn in on January. I've met volunteers all over the place. There are millions of us who understand how important this is. I was at a food bank in San Francisco a few days ago, passing out food with a program called Feeding America. It's a great program. These guys were telling me, the guys who work there are 36 million Americans, by last count, who are what you call food insecure. That means they don't know where their next meal is going to come from. As I was serving food to these people, I was told that 90% of these people were not homeless. Only 10% of the people they serve are homeless. 90% of them are people who are working, who are like single parents, who are playing by the rules, playing by all of our rules that we've set down, and they still can't make ends meet because their wages have stagnated and because everything's gotten so expensive. And I drove away from there after talking to these people, seeing all these kids. We got 12 million kids who don't know where their next meal is going to come from. 12 million. In Florida, the lines have grown in the last 2 months by 40%. The number was 1 in 10 Americans were food insecure at the beginning of this year. That number is now 1 in 8 Americans. I drove away from that place thinking to myself, there is a change that millions of us have been working for. And it cannot get here fast enough. Because everything we see on TV and people talking about the stock market and their investments and the percentage of their income, the percentage of my wealth that I've lost, nobody is suffering more than the people on the bottom of the economic ladder.
That's
right. His economic plan is all about the middle class. I came from the middle class. I am a proud member of that class. I went to a great public school, I got into a great college because I had access to a great public school. Now, my wife and I put my stepdaughter in public school here in Florida. She ran into some problems. We went in and met with the teachers. Once they realized that I was involved, they said, you have resources, you need to take this child out of this public school and put her in private schools. That's how bad it's gotten. So we have No Child Left Behind that's leaving a lot of kids behind. The spirit, the mission of No Child Left Behind we all agree with, but it doesn't work in practice. And as Barack has said, George Bush comes up with No Child Left Behind, but he left the money behind. No Child Left Behind. These are things that we have to change. These are things that we can change. We are so close. The one thing I want to say to you guys is we have 9 days. That's it. 9 days. And if we think for a second that we've got it in the bag, that we don't have to stay focused, then we're going to lose. We can do it. We can absolutely do it. We are on the doorstep of the most historic candidacy of our lifetime or anybody else's.
Yes.
As he said, it's bottom up. It's all of us on the ground doing it, going door to door. 9 days, none of us sleep. We can sleep on November 5th. God bless you guys, and keep it up.